Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, I really don't like to keep coming back to the whole Tia thing, because to me it's old, but she just keep on posting stuff, and it's like she keeps being the poster child of what not to do. So now what I'm going to let you listen to is her description of a date that she just went on. Listen carefully.
Guys, what's up? I'm going to try to do something different on my Instagram. I have entered the dating scene, and I thought that as I take off my makeup, I would share some of my horror stories. Of course, no names will be named. I decided to go out on this date with this one guy. We decided to meet at a restaurant, and I was like, okay, fine, let's try that. What could go wrong? Now, mind you, I did know what this person looked like beforehand. Oh my God, I'm getting PTSD just telling this story. This is my life. So he ends up showing up, and he's a lot shorter than I thought that he was going to be, which was pretty interesting, but no judgment here. But what was surprising to me was he ended up showing up with a grill in his mouth to a dinner. So the first thing that I am thinking about as he sits down to order his food is, oh my God, where is this grill going to go? Oh my goodness. He's just ordering drinks and all of that. Great, awesome. He orders his food. And then again, I'm just really trying to figure out, where is he going to put this grill? So our food finally comes to the table. And again, I'm just like, okay, where is this grill gonna go? And I was like, no, he's not just going to take it out of his mouth and just put it on the table. Guess what? He took it out of his mouth and he put it on the table. Right there on the table. I mean, at least he had a napkin, right? But still, you guys, like, what the hell? Like, really, bro? How old are we? That is just, I don't know. It was just surprising and a little tasteless, in my opinion. It was gross, you know what I mean? Like, this is like your first date. It's like first impressions, you know what I mean? And he just decides to put this grill right on the table as we eat. And as we're eating, I'm just like, At that moment, I truly wish that I had been on a speed date, when you can just tap out. But unfortunately, I couldn't. It was a dinner and it went on longer than I wanted it to. Girls, let me know in the comments if I am like overreacting. If you're like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with a little grill on the table. After that experience, I did start to see that people are wearing more grills these days. I guess, I don't know, am I out of sync or out of touch? I don't know. Would y'all ever see me with a grill? So that was the first interesting date. I've realized that this is a part of the journey. You know what I mean? This is all a process, and this is what I didn't, go through my 20s. It's been interesting, but it's also been fun getting to know me, getting to know what it is that, I like and what it is that I don't like. It's just a process. Love you guys. Mwah. All right.
So if you were listening closely, you heard a lot of key things, some of which, it's being said in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, not to be taken so heavily or seriously or anything like that. But you gotta read between the lines. This is my life. Yeah, this is your life. You left the comfort of your husband. And mind you, I don't want nobody jump in my comment section talking about what Corey did, because out of Tia's mouth, Corey didn't do anything. Out of Tia's mouth, Corey didn't do anything to her. She left because she wanted to. She left the marriage specifically to have these experiences. Because she says towards the end, this is what I didn't do in my 20s. And so it's all a process, but it's fun. And da-da-da-da. You didn't do it in your 20s because you were where you were supposed to be with a man that wouldn't have shown up with a grill in his mouth and then took it out and put it on the table. Not Corey, right? Because Corey's got some class and wouldn't have been wearing a grill anyway. And I'm not throwing no shade at a man that want to wear a grill, whatever. But this is who you're attracting, right? And not even just Corey, but just some of the men that she's known over time. Probably very classy men. She's not accustomed to certain behavior from men. But you left your husband, didn't you? You graduated from him, did you not? In order to have these very experiences, don't nobody want to hear you low-key complain about it. Don't nobody want to hear you low-key complain about the quality of man that now wants to take you out to a dinner. Because this is not the type of man that you are accustomed to. Of course not. You left him. He wasn't fun. He was holding you back. He was boring. He was too straight-laced. You left your man so that you could go out on dates and get your TikTok up with get ready with me and get unready with me and little story times. And why would you? See, I'm not even going to say why would you. Because it's one thing to be the fun one in the relationship, right? And want to do stuff. And it can be frustrating if your man is not, he don't like doing nothing. It can be a little bit frustrating because, like, to get you to do something, I got to pull teeth all the time. And I don't want to pull teeth all the time. But I also don't want to never not do nothing all the time either. Right? Some people just like that. Some people just like that. Some people just, they don't want to like go nowhere, and they're not the spontaneous one. They're not the super fun one. They're not the real outgoing one. Some people are homebodies. Some people are just kind of stoic. Some people are just kind of to themselves, and they don't want to do all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I understand how it could be just a little bit frustrating. Like, okay, if you marry somebody that is like that, then there has to be a meeting in the middle. It can't be all we always having fun to take you out of your comfort zone, but it also can't be we never do anything to take that other person out of who they are. Because if I like to spontaneously take a walk in the park and you don't like to do that, then I may let that be okay sometimes. Well, he don't want to do, he don't feel like doing it, okay. But some of them times it might behoove you to say, okay, babe, let's go take a walk around the park. It's a nice day outside. Come on. Even if you don't feel like doing it, even if you would have preferred to do something else, stay in the house and work on something or whatever, right? Because that was a part of one of the dynamics of my first marriage. I was a little bit more spontaneous, but my husband was a real true homebody. He did not like going nowhere and doing nothing. So sometimes it was all right, and sometimes that was really like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I've been in a house almost a whole month. We ain't did nothing. We have not even so much as, went to the store together. Like, it ain't got to be this big production, right? But it's summertime. It's a whole bike trail, a beach is beautiful. Can we just like walk the trail a little bit? It's not gonna hurt nothing. And sometimes it was pulling teeth just to do that, just to come out the house at all. I don't feel like, you never feel like it, but can we just do it though? But I didn't leave him over it. But I'm saying that to say you kind of got to meet in the middle sometimes when you have two people with a little bit different personalities. But that was no reason to leave your husband. You left the safety and the comfort of your husband that you admittedly said it didn't do anything to make you leave him in order to date guys that put grills on the table. You did this. You did this. You created this reality for yourself. You wanted to have your 20s whole phase in your 40s? Go right ahead. You are not going to like this. You are not going to like this, Tia. You're not going to like how this makes you feel. You are not going to like the games that a lot of folks play when they are not serious about you. And when you're not serious about them, you are not going to appreciate some of the stuff that folks do. You're not going to like being a man tapping it and then not talking to you no more. You're not going to like that. That's going to make you feel away. Because you're not accustomed to that type of behavior. You're not accustomed to being sexed on and then left. You're not accustomed to that. Okay? But that's what the dating market is. That's what the dating market is. It's folks trying to get something out of other folks without giving hardly anything. Very selfish. It's very transactional on both sides. You are not going to like this. But you signed up for it once you graduated, right? Welcome to the real world, Tia. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.